From homemade erishta to cozy soups, refreshing salads, börek with pasta. Today I'm sharing a very special collection all about Turkish-style pasta. These are some of my all-time favorite pasta recipes. Some are brand new and some are classics that I revisited with fresh touches. Let's explore the delicious world of pasta, the Turkish way. I'm starting the episode with a brand new recipe that I fell in love with. It's a creamy one-pot pasta made with grilled eggplants, bringing in that smoky Turkish flavor that we all know into our pasta dish. Some people call similar dishes merimi pasta, so I thought why not give it a Turkish twist. And this could be Turkish merimi pasta. Let me show you how I make it. I have 300 grams for 3-person fusilli pasta, 1 chicken breast, gonna use milk, some spices, garlic, onion and grilled eggplants. Let me quickly show you how I grilled them. I have this gadget. It conducts the heat very well. You just prick the eggplants and grill them on high. After it is completely soft, cut the eggplants from the middle and with the help of a spoon, take out the beautiful flesh. Then I diced my onion finely and begin to saute. I'm using both butter and olive oil. It's up to you which fat would you like to use and how much. Adding some salt over the onion to help to saute and soften. And meanwhile I'm gonna finely chop my grilled eggplants until it is almost like a puree. I'm going to slice couple of cloves of garlic. If you want the garlic to be more powerful, you can also mash it. I thought I took out a chicken breast from the freezer, but it was a turkey, so it's okay, both are. I just finely cut into cubes and it's ready to saute. If you want, you can saute the meat first, take out into a plate and then saute the onions and put the meat back. But this way is also easier and another option to continue to saute. I just stir until the color changes and then stir back with the onions together. To thicken my sauce, my mixture, after adding the eggplants, I added about a heaped teaspoon of flour and then saute for a minute, then added the finely chopped eggplants. But later, my friends, I realized that since we're gonna cook the pasta in it, the starch coming from the pasta will also help to thicken, so it's up to you. First I added some milk and then water. In total I used about 3 cups of mix of milk and hot water and then added my pasta. As a seasoning I used some dried basil. You can use fresh if you have, even better. Some coriander and lots of black pepper. Cook until the pasta is soft on a simmering low. Check after 10 minutes and you can add more hot water until the pasta is all soft and you still have some liquid to make a beautiful creamy pasta. Here you can also use, of course, a heavy cream to make it more creamier, but I didn't have and I wanted to make it lighter, so I adjust the creaminess, the fat content by adding some more butter and milk. I wanted to use both aged kaşar cheese, and later when serving I also added some Turkish white cheese. Again, it is spongy and aged, similar to feta, I can say. When serving, I'm gonna sprinkle some chopped parsley and also walnuts. I wanted to saute the walnuts to get extra flavor. Isn't that just the coziest, most flavorful pasta dish? With that smoky grilled eggplant and the walnut cheese topping, it's hard not to fall in love. Turkish style. Let's move on to the next recipe. Next, I'm sharing a recipe that's been loved for years on my channel, and it's for a good reason. It's a quick and satisfying version of manta using small pasta instead of handmade dough. You still get that signature yogurt sauce and this beautiful butter sauce on top. It's gonna be all flavors together with this easier fake version without the time commitment. Let's take a look. For this recipe, I'm gonna use farfalle or bow tie pasta, 300 grams ground beef, black pepper, onion, salt, paprika, olive oil, butter, and tomato paste. I'm gonna begin by dicing my onion and saute in some olive oil. Meanwhile, I'm going to cook my pasta in another pan, this time drizzling some olive oil on top and of course adding salt. My onion is softened, adding my ground beef and going to continue to saute until it changes its color. As a seasoning, this time I'm adding again black pepper, paprika, this is sweet one, you can add hot if you like, spicy, and some tomato paste. Add the tomato paste to the side and drizzle some oil. Cook for a couple of minutes, then add with the other ingredients. This way the tomato paste will cook first and then it will be more tastier. You can also drizzle some of the pasta sauce to the ground beef sauce to make it more rich and juicy. After draining my pasta, I melt some butter and olive oil, heat up until a nutty smell comes from the butter, and then add the pasta back. Give it a good mix until everything is blended. Checking my ground beef sauce. It looks beautiful. I just added some chopped garlic. You can also mince the garlic over the yogurt to have it fresh, but we usually prefer to have it a little bit cooked so it doesn't smell after you eat. We are ready to assemble. First the pasta base and then drizzle the lightly whisked full fat yogurt and then the beautiful ground beef sauce. You can eat right away like this, but I wanted to show you another option, which is to melt some butter and add dried mint, cook for 20 seconds and drizzle it on top. It's amazing how something so simple can taste so close to the real thing. This fake manta is quick, comforting, and always hits the spot, especially with that garlicky yogurt and chili butter on top. Now here is a recipe that gets always people curious. Börek made with pasta. It has a creamy, cheesy pasta filling covered with yufka sheets or filo sheets for perfect outer crunchiness. It's easy to prepare and perfect for feeding the whole family or taking to gatherings. Let me show you how it comes together. I'm gonna use linguine pasta, half of it, 250 grams. I added some salt and cooked for 8 to 10 minutes until al dente. We use similar pasta types, it doesn't matter, but this works nicely. And I have this yufka sheet. You can use your thick filo sheets, whichever available. If you are using rectangular ones, you can use 2 or 3 sheets just to cover our non-stick pan. This is about 28 centimeter. You can use between 20-24. First, I mixed my sauce ingredients in a bowl. I have half cup milk, third of a cup vegetable or olive oil. Going to add 2 eggs and whisk everything. Added some salt to taste and then cooked pasta. Over the mixture, I'm crumbling my Turkish white cheese and added some chopped parsley from the freezer. In order to not to stick, make sure you use non-stick pan. I butter it because not to prevent sticking, but to help cook my yufka sheet. I'm hanging the sheet from the sides. Make sure it covers the sides of the pan and pour the pasta mixture over it. Since I'm using only one sheet, I could have get some of the sides to the bottom of the pan to get 2 layers at least to the bottoms for even layer on top and the bottom. So keep that on your mind. You can use 2 sheets at the bottom to get a thick crust for the pasta börek. First I'm gonna cook on medium high. After I get some nice color on the sides, I will flip with a flat lid that can fit to my pan. We use this when we make anchovy tava, which we call hamsi tava. But simply you can use a bigger, like a serving plate. So now we are going to the stove top to cook. First begin to cook on medium high until you get nice color at the bottom. And then flip. Okay, ready? Looks nice. I added some butter from the sides to get more color and taste and continue to cook. My friends, if you enjoy my content, please don't forget to give thumbs up and leave a comment to support my channel so others can also see and our community can grow and I continue to share more contents. Thank you. And it's done. Let's cut with my börek knife. It's truly another classic way of using pasta in Turkish cuisine to make savory pastry börek. Either have it with Turkish tea or as a lunch any time of the day. Now let's warm things up with one of the simplest and most loved soups in Turkish kitchens. Domatesli şehriye çorbası. Made with orzo pasta, ripe tomatoes and a touch of butter, this soup brings so much comfort with just few ingredients. Here is how I prepare it in my kitchen. I have a little bit more than half cup orzo pasta, 1 big or medium size ripened tomatoes, whichever you have, half a tablespoon tomato paste, some chopped parsley, olive oil or butter, salt and pepper. First I'm gonna grate my tomato. If it's the season you can use 2 even. Just cut into half without peeling and then easily grate. I'm going to saute the tomato paste first in some olive oil and then add the grated tomatoes. After the tomato is shiny, perfectly cooked, you can add hot water or either chicken broth, adjust the salt, and then add the orzo pasta. Cook until the pasta is soft. Add chopped parsley, give it a nice stir, and it's ready to serve. Make sure to serve with lemon wedges to drizzle on top of it. It's often the first soup we learn to make growing up, and it's still a go-to on busy days or chilly evenings. The next one is a light, colorful and full of texture, beautiful pasta salad with yogurt sauce. You can adjust how much veggies you want to add to your salad. I have some canned cooked green peas, grilled red pepper that I cut into cubes, pickled cucumbers, some corn kernels, and of course cooked pasta. This time I'm using beet pasta. And my extra touch is some sauteed red cabbage. This really gives beautiful color, some crunchiness and the taste coming from the cabbage. As a seasoning, I added some salt, chili flakes, pul biber, dried mint, I love it, and as a dressing, beautiful yogurt and a mayonnaise mixture. I like to have it lighter, so I add more yogurt than mayonnaise, but it's up to you how much fat you want to have in your salad. You can give it a stir and then add more yogurt or mayonnaise if it needs. It's a popular side dish for gatherings, especially in warmer months, but I love it any time of the year. It's quick, satisfying, and brings a fresh contrast to the warm pasta dishes in this episode. And to finish, I'm bringing you a true taste of Turkish cuisine. Homemade erishta pasta. This is a staple in many homes, often made in big batches to store for the winter. I wanted to show you how you can make in different colors using vegetables like carrots, beetroots and spinach, but you can definitely make it plain regular pasta to make erishte. I cooked the veggies until soft and pureed them with hand blender with a little bit of the water. You can get the detailed recipe from the links on my channel. So I have my purees ready here. I'm also planning to do one only with eggs. So basically I add the puree, which is about half cup, add 1 egg, give it a stir, and then 2 cups of flour first with some salt, mix everything and then adjust until I have a playable dough. I covered the dough with a damp kitchen towel and continue to make the other purees. My colorful doughs are rested and it's time to roll. I'm gonna use a rolling pin. Rolling is very easy because we're gonna make a thick sheets to make our pasta, our erishte. And then here is a good hint to be able to cut easily. We're gonna cook for about 20 seconds each side to dry it a little bit, and this way it will be much more easier without sticking to cut into small pieces. First I cut the doughs in half and cut again, and as you can see I just cut it into 3 centimeter rectangulars and then cut into strips. Traditionally in some regions they also cut into triangles. I'm going to air dry the rest of the pasta's erishtes, getting some from each color to cook and taste. I have boiled water ready, just added some salt, added the pastas and boiled until soft. It took about 5-6 minutes, even shorter than I thought. Quickly prepared the butter sauce. Just melted some butter and added almost finely crushed walnuts, or a little bit big pieces are okay, it's up to you. You can either add the cooked erishtas into the butter sauce or just serve on top of the erishtas, and added tulum cheese, another aged cheese type we have over it. If you have never tried erishta before, this is the place to start. My friends, I hope you enjoyed this pasta-filled journey through Turkish flavors. Whether it's a quick fake manta or cozy soup, there is something for everyone. If you try any of the recipes, please don't forget to like, subscribe for more Turkish food and travel stories. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next episode. Afiyet olsun.